Hi children, this class is for standard 4 and the subject is science. Once again, welcome back to my science world. Today I am going to teach lesson 3 classification of animals. In this lesson, topics to be covered: types of animals. Animals can be grouped on the basis of presence or absence of a backbone. There are invertebrates and vertebrates. Today I am going to talk about invertebrate animals. Okay, children, what is an invertebrate? Invertebrates are animals that do not have backbones. 97% of the animals kingdom is made up of invertebrates. Some can be found in ponds, oceans, and other water environments. Insects and some other invertebrates have exoskeletons. An exoskeleton is a hard outer covering that protects an animal's body and gives it shape. Animals that do not have a backbone are called invertebrate. Insects such as cockroach and snail are invertebrates. Most of the insects' bodies are divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. Body parts of cockroach. The head of an insect has a pair of eyes, antennae, and a mouth. The antennae help the insect to feel the changes in its surroundings. The thorax has wings and special holes called spiracles for breathing. The abdomen is a segmented body part of an insect. Classification of invertebrates. There are worms, sponges, echinoderms, arthropods, Cnidarians, mollusk. Worms. They have soft bodies with bilateral symmetry. Some are cylindrical, others are flat. Some are aquatics, others are terrestrial. Many are parasites. They have no legs and they live in any environment. They are classified according to their body structure. There are flatworms, roundworms, and segmented worms. Number one, flatworms. They are flat and ribbon like bodies. They are mostly parasitic. They are parasites that depends on its host for food and a place to live. Next, roundworm. They are have long, smooth, and rounded bodies. They live in water, in the soil, or in other plants and animals as parasites. Next, segmented worms. They have long and segmented bodies. Their bodies allow them to burrow in the soil or swim in the water bodies. They can be found in land, in fresh water, and even in salt water. Their skin needs to be moist all the time because they breathe through it. Echinoderms have five-way symmetry, have a skeleton made up of hard plates, of, often with spines. They have covered by a thin skin. All are marine animals. For example, sea dollar, sea star, sea cucumber. Sponges belong to the group of porifera, that means animals with pores. Sponges can be found deep in bodies of water. Sponges have irregular bodies and no symmetry. They cannot move around. They attach themselves to rocks. They filter the seawater and retain the nutrient substance for food. For example, yellow sponge, tube sponge, and wasp sponge. Arthropods. They have bilateral symmetry. Their bodies are totally covered by an articulate exoskeleton like armor. The exoskeleton molds in a process called molting. They have antennae and eyes. Some are aquatic, others are terrestrial. Organisms with joint food, for example, grasshoppers, butterflies, dragonflies belong to this group. Other members include spider, crabs, and lobsters. The name arthropoda come from Greek words ortho means joint, poda means food. Cnidarians. They have jelly like bodies with radial symmetry. They have tentacles which can shrink you. They are marine animals. Some attach to rocks and others can move. And also known as coelenterate. They are the shrinking animals. Nematocytes means shrinking cells known as poisonous. And have tentacles that are used to capture prey. They are classified into three groups. There are hydras, jellyfish, and corals. Mollusk. Most mollusks are covered with shells like clam, snail, and green mussels. The thick layer of tissue that covers their body secretes calcium carbonate, which is responsible for the formation of shell. Gastropods. It's have one shell. For example, snails. Bivalves. It's have two shells. For example, clams, mussels. Then cephalopods. Food divided into tentacles with strong suckers, no cells. Squid and octopus is the best example of cephalopods. That's all about this. Thank you, children. Let's meet in the next class. Bye.